Alrighty guys, so I just finished installing the Hansshow version 2. So you have version 2, because apparently the version 2 had issues, so they revamped this one. I'm going to give it some time to test it and make sure it works okay, because I just want to make sure there's no issues or anything. But a few things that they apparently changed with the version 2 is now you have the camera here. I'm gonna actually take that off. The front camera is built into the mirror, which is great news. And then you have a metal mount on the mirror, so it's really sturdy. Apparently a complaint is that it was kind of wobbly and cheap feeling. So that's awesome. And then the power source, instead of tapping into the computer, you're only tapping into a little tiny like auxiliary power connector down there. So it's easier to plug in, and then you only have 2 wires, and then I wire the wires right here in this little tube, put them through the headliner, and you know, I'll insert clips and stuff about that. But overall, I'm very impressed with this one at the moment compared to other ones that I've reviewed. I'm very impressed with this one at the moment. I'm just really hoping that it works well. It's sturdy. So you've got this, and then if you swipe here, you've got front and back. It's a 4K front camera, I believe, and a 2K rear camera. And then it's got a built-in dash camera, and here's some of the settings here. The only thing that I wish they had is I wish they had a camera flip, like to flip the rear camera, because sometimes you want to mount it different ways. So they should really have a flip in here. That would be really nice. But other than that, it's awesome. I think it's really cool. I think it's a great size. I'm gonna have to live with it, and yeah, I'm gonna go and take it outside before it gets too dark here and see how I like it. And yeah, obviously if this video is up, that means it didn't have any issues, because I really don't want to upload anything that has any sort of issues. So this really isn't like a full install video, but I just wanted to kind of go over what I kind of do to install it. So I take off the headliner, so I can route these wires under the headliner, so they're all hidden. I don't stuff the wires up into the GPS area, because I feel like that's stupid. I just really wouldn't recommend it. And I use like a wire management tube to just make it look a little tidier there. But anyways, I route the camera wire where the headliner is through that side of the headliner, and as you can see, I'm kind of pushing the wire into there and kind of around, and then there's a hole. There's a hole where the B-pillar camera is, that goes right up into the roof, and this is kind of one of the only like easy accessible cabin to outside holes are. It's basically where Tesla put the like the light bar connector for, and that's basically what we're using to get this get the camera wire outside very easily and cleanly and neatly. And my truck is actually a newer model, so it's like the 2025. So it doesn't have the little rubber grommet here. Tesla just put like this little, I think it's called a butyl patch or something like that. I don't know, something like that. So this was actually pretty easy. So all I did was just put the wire through, got it to where I thought it would be enough, and then I just put that patch back down, because it looks like it's a pretty watertight patch as well. And then when it comes to like mounting the camera on the rear, there's 2 little bolts to take this off, and then this just comes up. And basically the best method that I've been doing, that I feel that works really well, is go ahead and take off this little the little mounting point here for this thing. There's just two like T25s or something. And then I cut a hole right in the middle, closer to the glass side of this. I cut a hole right there, only on the top portion, because you don't want water to leak through. So only on the top portion. And then this way, the wires go through here. And there's basically, this is the best way to do it, because you don't have any wires exposed. Nothing is creating a leak. And it's just the best way. So I would highly recommend it. This piece is only like $50 if you ever want to replace it. So this is just what I would suggest doing. Push your wires through and then grab them and then plug in the camera. And then I just put some double-sided tape on the camera cover. There's plenty. If you just look up Cybertruck 3D printed camera cover, there's tons of them online that people have designed that you can have printed. There's a whole bunch of different ones. But basically, once you put that camera cover on, it's also hard for water to even get into that first hole. But even if it gets into that first hole, it's really not that big of a deal, because it's not going to be getting into the bed. But yeah, as you can see, I just push the wire through, and then I connect it, and then I push the wire back through, and then I kind of make sure I have enough slack, make sure it's all set up right. And then once you're ready, you just take the double-sided tape off, and then there you go. That's it. And, of course, this is not a super, super highly detailed video. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a conclusion on how this is done real quick and show you the Hansshow 2.0 mirror. And then, yeah, there's only one power plug now for this one, and it's right there, the upper connector. It's not the computer connector, and that's it. And then it has like some sort of regulator or something for 5 volts. So it seems to be good. Haven't had any issues yet whatsoever. So I think this one is a really good one. So let me know if you guys pick it up. I'll leave it linked down below, and there'll be a discount as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm glad to finally have one that works and actually doesn't have issues.